This is the sound of little ant feet crawling, and also sometimes cockroach feet crawling on the ground. And it is an interesting game for change to be able to try to help the little critters to sometimes escape crazy situations, or sometimes other feet that are in the street that you want to help them get around and navigate by transferring them to little holes and things where they are able to escape the madness of what is above the concrete trying to possibly threaten their existence. Yeah. So you can help little ants as they're cruising along the street, and sometimes just sort of guide them, and you want to see a little crack in the side of the street that you just want to guide them over to, and then you just sort of guide them with your hand, a little bit at a time, piece by piece, and you want to eventually try to direct them to eventually find the hole which they started out and came from, so that they go back down underneath the ground and miss all the feet that are around them. That is a little bit of a game for change. It's like a practice game for change, for example. Practice for the bigger games, practicing for the bigger games, practicing for the bigger games for change. Yeah. Welcome to the news. That was just the introduction, but the greater game is trying to shed light upon how to develop a mentality vehicle, and so it is possible to then be able to feel risk-free as an entrepreneur in this world for every single person, all 8 billion people in this world, to be able to develop the entrepreneurship side of their mentality and be able to break away from the mentality that has to do with society and completely become a whole new person and be able to connect with spirituality. So that in essence, leveraging spirituality is able to help to develop an entrepreneurship side and personality to be able to connect with spiritual finance, and also to be able to connect with another large element of today's episode, which is marketing music. It's a little bit different from business music. Business music is more so aligned with spiritual finance. Spiritual finance is aligned with philanthropy energy. They're all similar to each other, but in essence, when we're talking about marketing music, we are talking about something that is not music marketing, which is like marketing some type of music, but at the same time, it's like it's music marketing. That is music marketing. It's like marketing music. Marketing music in essence is similar to it's similar to business music, whereas business music is not the music business, it's business music, which has to do with spiritual finance, which is a completely different thing. So marketing music is similar in that fashion, where in essence we're actually talking about marketing as the primary focus, and in essence we're talking about the music on the backside being a symbology for orchestration of a deliberate alignment of certain notes and functions and tonalities to be able to develop a global ring and result, in essence, to be able to, similar to playing music to fans, develop a pleasant encounter for processes to occur in an alignment which causes a pleasing resonance and a process that is harmonious with what an audience is appreciative for experiencing in essence, but there is a certain methodology, a certain process, a certain almost like a certain type of food that people like to eat in a certain type of restaurant, in a certain instance. More or less, it's a consumption methodology process where the ingredients are thereby carefully considered and chosen based upon a certain chemistry that has to do with the specific demographic that's at the back end of the specific audience that is intertwined within the restaurant that corresponds to the ingredients that food is being made for. And so therefore the psychology of the audience of the restaurant is carefully considered when developing the ingredients that have to do with the food that entails the cumulative item that goes on a menu that is within the restaurant, which is therefore an item that has to do with a product, or that is something that has become a product within the store that sells multiple products, and so the ingredients are therefore added up to a package that therefore ended up being an item and a product in that given store that caters to that specific audience. And so all those little items together in that package equal, in essence, a music experience in terms of tasting that experience inside of the mouth when they take a bite of the food, and it is like a food experience that is caused by those ingredients which are carefully developed and interaligned based upon and using chemistry. So that's in essence a semblance of what marketing music actually is in this episode, and what we're talking about in this episode, and what we're also getting back to and going to directly refer to try to develop awareness for entrepreneurship around the whole world is developing dream vehicles. So before the end of this episode, it's realized and understood and acknowledged that basically everybody in the whole entire world, as soon as they acknowledge entrepreneurship and this part of their mindset and a part of their mind that they all are given free cars, by the end of this episode, everybody gets a free car. Everybody gets a free car. Woo-hoo. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, everyone gets a free car, and then also that car is equal to their business dream vehicle, and it's absolutely free, but it's very ironic because it's free to you, because it's free to other people also. So, how that works, how that fundamentally is necessary to exist, for that to fundamentally exist, is first of all the realization that car is a thing, and that car is parked inside of your brain, and that car is parked inside of every single person, every single human being's brain, in essence. So, in essence, every single person has their dream vehicle inside of them, and that also is analogous to entrepreneurship, what entrepreneurship is for every single person in the whole entire world, because that is something that just happens to be a part of the process of all people, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. So, by acknowledging it, you get a free car. And by the end of this episode, because I just mentioned that, and because it's also true, in essence, because it's just a part of the body, just like a fingernail is a part of a finger, it is something that just by realizing it, more or less, you get a free car. You get a free car, you get a free car. And the way, which is a little bit ironic that it works, in essence, that it's a little bit peculiar how it works, is by getting a free car because it's free. And also what I mean by that is that it's free because you're also giving away your service for free, in essence. And also at the same time, hear me out, as an entrepreneur, you're practicing becoming an entrepreneur. And so before you can become an entrepreneur that charges money in the long term, and so I'll actually shortcut to the end of what I'm talking about, more or less, is that by the end of charging people money for a service as an entrepreneur where you're gaining money, it actually is different than doing it for free. When you're doing it for free, it's less of an irritant. It's less irritating, in other words, is what I meant to say. It does not come with, in essence, an attachment of certain derogatory items that do come from the back end of charging money. For example, being someone who's an entrepreneur who's charging money, for example. So it is a gift. It is a gift to be able to give away something for free and be able to get the experience to give away something for free as a service, as a business, as something to be able to gain experience while you're getting to, at the same time, drive and experience your dream business vehicle for free. In essence, whatever that business vehicle is, it's for free because, in essence, you get to get the experience of driving what you want your dream business to actually be by developing it and writing it in certain times when your frequency is the most vibrant and the highest frequencies possible, which is why we did the episode yesterday about a co-working space in the whole entire world, because it has to do with going around the whole entire world and being able to find your highest frequency energy zones to be able to write the best things possible in your co-working space, in your spreadboard vehicles that we're trying to we're still getting developed, the Diggy Tech Exchange for Game Studio spreadboard vehicles that have to do with racing around the world, transporting yourself, and also being able to sit down and write in any given different places in the world, more or less. So similar to having an e-scooter. If you take an e-scooter around the whole world, you can put them on airplanes as well. That's a side note. Anyways, getting back to the main purpose, what we're talking about is being able to drive your dream business vehicle all around, because you basically have a free business vehicle inside of your brain, which is your dream business at the same time. So that dream business is a vehicle at the same time, because a human being, as a body, is a vehicle in essence. So that dream business vehicle lives inside of the human. So that is a free dream business vehicle. And it is free because, like I said a couple minutes ago, it is necessary for it to be free, for it to be anxiety-free, for it to be stress-free, and also for it to be like a video game. In essence, like a video game, because a video game, in essence, you can lose the game and you can lose your, existence in that video game, and then you can restart it and you can start again and you can play again, in essence. And that is the essence of playing for free. Free play. You don't pay quarters. The customers don't pay quarters. Nobody's paying quarters. So it's a free game. It's a free fun game. And so this causes the interest to be able to service a market, in essence, just while you're practicing becoming an entrepreneur. This is practice entrepreneurship, in essence, and that is like a video game, because you can keep restarting, and that is a fun process, in essence, similar to a video game, in essence, and it's your dream business vehicle, and you can alter your dream business vehicle, and you learn how to build and rebuild your dream business vehicle because you learn by proxy, you learn by experience, you learn by encountering the experiences of other other mechanics who are also entrepreneurs in the world, fixing their own vehicles, improving their own vehicles. This is also akin to business music marketing, marketing music, meaning this is the type of marketing that has to do with the mindset of the visualization of not being able to lose, which in essence is a spiritual finance concept. In essence. So the idea is to be able to play life like a video game in this fashion so that you cannot lose, and set it up in this fashion so you cannot lose, so that therefore you can travel around the whole world, take risks, play the video game of business where you're playing for free and you're doing things for free, which is also giving. It's also giving. So you're giving for free. You're getting to experience and test drive your dream business vehicle. You're getting experience in your dream business whereby you're getting experience in the dream business of the dream thing that you would actually want to do if you had a dream business in a perfect realm, which you never realized or thought that you would be being able to drive that dream business or that dream vehicle, that dream business, if you were not giving it away for free, and if you also were not driving it around for free, because in essence, on the flip-flop side, if in essence you only thought of it as revolving around money, then you might not ever want to participate into it because there's either too much stress for having to be able to serve customers, and then at the same time you never actually serve any customers because of that, because there's too much stress involved when there is actually money involved, and at the same time it equalizes it on both sides of the partnership because both people are getting value, you're getting experience, they're getting service, and everybody's happy, and you're still driving your business vehicle and you're gaining experience when you're just starting a business in essence, and you're doing it as it's something that's on the side because you already have something to be able to keep food in your mouth and to be able to eat food, and then at the same time to be able to keep shelter over yourself. So all those things, with those things in mind and those things covered, then everything else is like a video game in essence. You could take chances. You have to keep giving to the world. And ironically, that ultimately, that cumulative energy, that momentous energy, that momentum that's being built up ultimately develops enough experience and wherewithal, and eventually the process to be able to hopefully be able to follow through and charge for money and deal with the stress and anxiety and annoyance and irritation that does come with charging money in exchange for services in essence, because that is what is attached, unfortunately, with the money aspect of entrepreneurship. But at the same time, if you've built up enough skills, you've had enough hours on the road in your dream business vehicle, then by then you're able to bolster enough tools on the side, like legal or whatever, not illegal, but the accounting aspect and things of this nature, to where you can just try to facilitate and improve the process little by little by having professional items and tools up on the side, added up on the side, onto your dashboard, your rear view mirror, something on the roof. You can add the accounting elements onto the roof of the vehicle little by little. It's kind of a joke, obviously, but anyways, the bottom line is that you can start by acknowledging your free business dream vehicle and be able to drive it around for free and develop this reciprocation process, just similar to like a student dentist who in essence wants to, use wants to work on people for free a little bit because they're just a student and they want to get experience doing that before they actually go into the working world. In essence, they have that offering in some places where they offer it for free, or not for free, but very cheap in essence. But it's similar because who knows, the student dentist probably isn't even getting any money for it, though. They're probably paying money for it after all, or they probably are paying into it. They're paying for it, but after all, it's both sides. That's really the side that you're trying to be on, is right there in the middle, where you can just do it for free. You can just offer things for free, and you can thereby leverage that ability to leverage the process of developing a process in the first place, realistically. And that's what people avoid. That's what people tend to avoid. People tend to avoid it because of all the headache and the nuisance and the nonsense. But when it's looked at as a video game, in essence, that you can't necessarily lose because you can always restart it, and you therefore constantly are gaining constant experience and constant mileage and constant road experience by consistently driving the business vehicle and not doing other things that are distracting, then you're therefore also building your chops, your business vehicle, and all these things that are contributing to the global philanthropy energy grid, and the whole entire world. And going back to music marketing music, which is developing global philanthropy energy. That's what marketing music actually is. It's speaking to philanthropy, because all businesses in the whole world are speaking to philanthropy. They're solving problems. And so that's what marketing music is you're playing music into the global philanthropy energy grid. The global philanthropy energy grid is all made from marketing music. The global philanthropy energy grid is all made from marketing music, in essence, because it's a combined, harmonious combination of a whole world filled with business music, because the whole world is able to tap into it and play harmoniously their entrepreneurship games, which are all speaking to philanthropy by acknowledging that they are entrepreneurs to begin with, and acknowledging that side of themselves, and getting into their business vehicles by also acknowledging the music marketing course. The music marketing is the obstacle course that they need to set out for themselves to be able to, in essence, fulfill the destiny of the business that they want to create, in essence. So by developing the obstacle course, more or less having the processes, the field that they need to be able to travel through to be able to get to their goal, which is philanthropy energy at the end of the goal. By completing the goal, you're creating philanthropy, you're developing philanthropy for free in the beginning, so you're using the business vehicle to develop philanthropy in the short term and the long term, and the long term tail of it is developing the long-term obstacle course for that vehicle to be able to travel, because all people are vehicles at the same time. And therefore you're being able to leverage the business vehicle to then be able to get to the goal by also developing the course. And that's what marketing music actually is developing like a stack of cards. Like if you're playing a Mario Kart video game, you hit sometimes, if you're driving along on the street on the Mario Kart video game, sometimes you hit little accelerators and they boost the car forward. So you run over the boost and it boosts it forward. And that's what, it's like a stack of cards. And when you pass every card, it boosts the car forward, basically. And that car boosts into the next. It has enough boost and juice to then therefore be able to boost forward with light and energy and light. And it projects light forward, boosts it all the way forward until it hits the next card in the deck, basically to boost it again, and hits that juice again. So the light can continue to boost and continue to compound and continue to boost juice in a perpetual sense, to develop perpetual energy into the future, and develop legacy around that business, and perpetual energy into the future to be able to consistently shed light upon the global philanthropy energy grid, continuing to develop legacy alongside of all the other human beings in the world. And all of the human beings in the world are able to cumulatively work together and use our largest power in the whole entire world, which is the essence of union for everybody to be able to activate themselves as individual conduits, as individual nodes in the whole entire global philanthropy energy grid, where every single human being is activated and active and uses the extreme significant depth that is within all of ourselves as human beings to be able to continue to work together and continue to be harmonious, to be able to develop the most business music possible across the whole world in the best fashion possible, the most cumulative fashion possible, by developing also marketing music, which is like this stack of cards, where if you go and you want to use the tool of writing, the essence of writing, consistent writing, just like this podcast is day to day, it's consistent writing. It's on a consistent basis. It's a necessity to be able to continue to make, just like this podcast is kind of like a deck of cards. Every single day it's a different card in essence, and it kind of boosts it into tomorrow, more or less. And it's similar to that. It's just kind of like you need to write, just like yesterday I talked about making a co-working space out of the whole world in the forest, basically. So you use the forest, you use the whole world to be able to move around and find high frequency energy spaces, basically to be able to try to align with those high frequency energies, which are talking to you, I guess, based on the frequencies of the whole world, to be able to bring out your business vehicle processes and items that are valuable based upon your vehicle and the properties of the vehicle and the ways that it wants to express itself, basically, and being able to continue to set a course for the vehicle to be able to travel by writing, leveraging the essence of writing to continue to develop marketing music as it continues to expand around the whole world, and develop harmony across the whole world, and develop also collaborative business music and collaborative marketing music energy across the whole world, all these things synergizing so that everybody is able to play together and benefit together from global philanthropy energy grid, marketing music and dream vehicle residual philanthropy energy coming out of the tailpipe exhaust of all the dream business vehicles in the whole world. Thanks again. Bye Dinky Tech, bye Peace, bye, and Change for Game Studios. Bye.